What is up, you beautiful people? Welcome to another update for my Becoming a Blockchain Developer series. It's been like 3 weeks since my last video. That was day 15. It's now day 39 or something? I don't know. Day 36. I wrote it down. Would you look at that? Yeah, so I am now 12% through Codecademy's front-end engineer career path, and I also did the CS50 second lecture. In Codecademy, since last update, I now know the basic structure of HTML. I know semantic HTML, which is HTML that in the brackets has a little more context of what you're doing. So it helps people who are reading your code, or certain applications that are going to read your code, be able to put certain pieces in their respective places. So I've learned that, and I've learned the fundamentals, just the basics of CSS. I know like how to make things colorful, how to make things slightly opaque, how to add line height, how to link my CSS to my HTML document, and how to interact with an element, a class, and an ID. But in my last video, I was talking about kind of my career path, how I was going to go from full stack to blockchain, and now I'm going from front end to building some projects with React. And then once I have those projects, I'll find a front end job. And then once I find a front end job, I will move into learning blockchain specifically. And after talking to some people, it seems like the general thesis is spend 20% of your time learning HTML and then 80 learning CSS, because the complexity of CSS and the nuances are way more difficult to master than the fundamental structure of HTML. And in these 3 weeks, after spending some time learning the basics, that seems completely true. CSS, there's so many different ways that you can turn one variable and change the way your site feels or comes across on different devices. But the basic structure of HTML is, you can learn that decently quickly, I think. So yeah, that's where I'm at in these 3 weeks. I now know how to interact with CSS, and how you can call a certain class or a sibling inside of a class and make it do a certain thing. But being able to do that through muscle memory, not there yet. Making a site look really beautiful, not there yet. I know how to make a title look a certain color, or change the background, or make this image and this border 2 different colors, and then this one's slightly opaque or see-through. Just the basics. So that's where I'm at. And in the CS50 class, the second lecture, we covered C, which is a base level language, and it was pretty informative. The main thing I took away from that class, that lecture, is the computer thinks literally. That's super over the top. The computer is really dumb, literally. So that's how you have to come with programming. It sounds like programming is difficult, but I think once you learn the basic syntax and how the computer thinks in steps, then it'll kind of come naturally. So that's my update. Keeping it simple, keeping it light. Learned more of HTML, learned the beginnings of CSS, and learned the basics of how a computer thinks through C. Yeah. That's it for now. I'm off for the weekend. I'll see you guys, hopefully not in 3 weeks, but sooner than that. And yeah, peace.